I went on the internet the other day and I bought this. This is a 2007 Maserati Quattroporte, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is my 2007 Maserati Quattroporte. I've wanted one of these since I saw it on Top Gear when I was a kid. I had a poster on my wall of the Hot Wheels version. It was just an absolutely iconic and stunning Pininfarina designed car that had a Ferrari derived V8 in, this one being the early 4.2. Very similar to what they used in the F430 and the same power plant used in the Maserati Gran Turismo when it was launched. When new, these were about £85,000, which in today's money, nearly 150 grand. So there's a lot of money, but with the underpinnings of a Ferrari during the key time where Maserati was under Ferrari's reign, I think that this was one of the last true Maseratis and one of the most special super saloons ever released. And the early ones came with a Ferrari-derived gearbox as well, called Duo Select, which was an automated manual F1 style paddle transmission. And this one has the slightly later ZF 6-speed, which was used in cars such as the BMW 7 Series and Rolls-Royce Phantom of the time. But the one thing that's really special about this car is I think that it might be the cheapest Maserati Quattroporte, in fact the cheapest car with any Ferrari engine in the world. So you might ask, what did I pay for this fine specimen of Italian beauty? Well, the princely sum of, wait for it, 3.5 grand. Yes, £3,500 for a four-door super saloon designed by Pininfarina with a Ferrari V8 in it. And yes, I will carry on banging on about that Ferrari V8 until the end of time. So I'm going to take you on a full tour of this car because, as you can see, 3.5 grand, you can probably start to see a little bit of why just looking at the state of the paintwork in this direct sunlight. But I'm going to show you around this thing and show you all of the little bits that I find in real time, because I haven't really had a chance to look at this car properly yet. I had it delivered on a trailer thanks to my friend Adam at AW Tuning, so big shout out to those guys. And this was delivered to me in the dark. When I actually took a look around it in the morning, we fired it up, it sounded okay, mechanically seems pretty happy. However, there are lots and lots of little bits that need doing. It's definitely a bit of a wheeler dealer's car. So I want you guys to discover it with me in real time. And of course, there's going to be plenty of this car coming on the channel, as well as my usual new and used car reviews. And talking of, if you are looking for a new car, please check out my links in the description below to Players Cars Premium, where we will source you any car of your choosing, and low finance options, WhatsApp chat, nice and easy to do, and my CarWow links as well, where you can sell your car from home and get them to pick it up directly. So selling and buying made super easy with my links in the description below, or give me a message on Instagram. So then let me take you around the car and show you the headline stats. Now this one you see here is an executive GT trim. So they had the entry-level Quattroporte, which had like a slatted front grille and kind of smaller, more standard wheels, and yeah, kind of just a little bit less specified. So they didn't have like sunroof, they didn't have all of the extra mod cons on the interior and such like that. This one is the executive GT. So this one has the upgraded 19-inch BBS alloys, also has the kind of mesh grille and side ports, and also some luxury features on the interior such as tray tables in the back. It's got the kind of upgraded leather, sunroof, I believe it's got massage in the front, some ventilation, all that kind of good stuff. So more kind of luxurious trim level. And then there was the Sport GT, which had paddle shifters, upgraded brakes, and larger 20-inch alloys. And I'm going to make this one a bit of a hybrid of the two, I think. They also later facelifted the car in around 2009, I believe. And that one came with the GTS model. And the GTS model had some upgrades to suspension, wider rear tyres, some upgraded gearbox software, and so on to make it that little bit more sporty. But the year that this is from is 2007, and this is when they kind of transitioned from the early Duo Select boxes over to the more sort of ZF auto transmissions that are used in lots of other cars to make it more smooth and easy to drive, because the early boxes were prone to failure. The early cars were also dry sump, so more maintenance. So this just provided a little bit better of an ownership experience for the average Maserati driver. So this 4.2 Ferrari V8, like I said, there is also the 4.7 option in the later GTS. This is the earlier 4.2, generally fairly reliable engines. This one's done around 115,000 miles, I think. I'll be able to check that in a moment. But around 400 horsepower, naturally aspirated at 7,000 RPM. So you really have to wring this car out, much like you would a Ferrari, to get the best out of it, which means it sings. It also has around 460 Newton meters of torque, so around 330, 340 foot-pounds of torque. So fairly grunty anyway, which is nice. And like I said, with that later ZF gearbox, it's a lot more manageable, a lot less jerky around town, and a bit more reliable. So I was lucky to get one so cheap that had the later gearbox. So you'll have to excuse the shadows in this video. Obviously, I wanted to get a bit of direct sunlight on this so I can show you the paintwork. And this is finished in a really nice dark metallic blue, but it has had lots of paint in its life, as you can see. There is a bit of kind of deterioration. There's lots and lots of swirls and scratches all around it, but it does have a nice metallic flake, and I think that it will come up well. Also, you can see here a fairly horrifying panel gap. I don't quite know what's happened here, but it doesn't look very clever, does it? It's kind of got this big jut and a massive gap there, but it doesn't look too skewiff, so I don't really know what's happened to it in its life. Some sort of kind of bump on that corner maybe, but yeah, what a phenomenal looking car. This was actually designed by the same guy that designed the Ferrari Enzo, so that really goes to show, doesn't it, in a time where this was literally a kind of Ferrari collaboration before Chrysler and kind of the other brands started to take over Maserati and make it what it is today. And don't get me wrong, they still sell some very interesting cars, but I think this was the last true Quattroporte and the last true Maserati with all of this Ferrari influence. So let's have a little further look around it. Like I said, this one has the 19-inch BBS style alloys, which are on the Executive GT, and some rather ropey tyres. You can see they're probably a little bit cracked and perish. It's not looking too clever, so I'm definitely going to need to do something about that. And then as we head round here, you can see the Pininfarina badge on the side, all important. And on this one, I've got the mesh side ports, which I've always thought was such a distinctive part of the Quattroporte's design. I think this is just such a stunning car. It's one that, you know, I always thought as a kid looked sensational, and between this, the V8 Vantage, and perhaps the Jaguar XKR of this era, probably my 3 favourite cars of all time. And so I'm so lucky and so privileged that I have this one. Like I said, I think I might change the alloys on this. I'm not too sure yet, but I do quite like the kind of classy look that this one provides, to be fair. And you might have noticed on this corner, one of the major problems with my quite fetching repair job that I've done here with lens correction tape. Now, both of the rear lights on this car were smashed, and it's clearly had a rear end impact at some point, because I don't know if you can see it in the light here. You might be able to see it where it ripples here. So the back is looking a little bit iffy, and underneath the car, there is actually, again, you can't really see it in this light, but there's overspray. So it looks like the bumper's been painted on the car, and the paint back here is very sort of orange peely. It's not got a nice finish to it at all. So I don't know whether I'll be able to bring that back or whether it just needs a bit of a respray. I don't know. I don't really think it's worth doing the whole car, but you know, it's just one of those things that kind of comes with the territory of buying something that is ever so slightly tatty. But yeah, same on this side. You can see this rear lens is missing, it's completely gone. But quad exhaust down the bottom looks really cool. I do actually prefer this to the facelift car. The facelift one has kind of like a more kind of flat rear end, and yes, it has more modern LED rear lights, but I just think this one looks that little bit better. I kind of wasn't keen at first to the kind of the way the nose pinches in and goes under, but I actually think the more I look at them, the more I prefer the pre-facelift car. But yeah, I mean, come on, the only problem is I ran out of tape, so there's a big hole in it. But yeah, it is what it is, right? It gets me by for now until I get new rear lights. I've looked at these on eBay and they're like £600-700 each. It's ridiculous because you just can't get them. They made about 20,000 of these, I think, but yeah, probably not many of those are left or still very happy, so it is what it is. But of course, the all-important Trident on the side, which is clearly had some rough detailing work done, and oh, look at the state of the paint, it's so bad. I need to get this properly detailed, definitely. But yeah, what do you think? I think it still looks sensational, even in this spec with the really rough paint job. I still just think it's such a pretty car. Look at it. And down the other side, unfortunately, is much of the same. So there's no damage down here, but again, I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera because we're in quite bright light, but if I move around, you might be able to see the paintwork on this side, very orange peely and a little bit ripply. So I think it's had some damage down this side as well. I would imagine probably like a rear quarter impact, because if you look at the fuel cap as well around here, which I'll be doing quite a lot, it's kind of quite odd. There's a dent here in the bodywork, very small one, but this is really off. Look at the gap at the bottom there, and then look at the gap at the top. It's not quite right, is it? So yeah, I'm not really sure what's happened there, but it's not looking too happy. And there's also quite a big gap with this. I mean, I know this rear light's broken and cracked anyway, but there's quite a big gap there, which is quite concerning. And a little bit of damage on this rear quarter as well. You can see there's a little bit of kind of paint scuffage. And also a really, really poor paint job around this. I think this is why the rear parking sensors aren't working, because I think they've just painted over them. It looks absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, clearly it's just had a bit of an impact and someone's just repaired it on the cheap, hasn't it? But when you consider the price I got this for, £3,500 is an absolute bargain, let's be honest. This is a really serious bit of kit for that money. And even if I spend a couple of grand on it, it's still going to be one of the cheapest on the market, in my opinion. So let's carry on the tour then. I do want to quickly look in the boot, actually. That's always a bit of a telltale sign. I haven't actually been in here yet. Oh, the button doesn't work. That's always a good start, isn't it? Oh, this is a paint as well. Right, I've got the key. I'm so pleased to be holding this key. I never even dreamed. I'm so lucky. And this car is possible thanks to you guys, by the way. You know, it's YouTube money that bought me this car. I try and reinvest in the business where I can, and this is kind of my reward to myself for actually making this work and making this happen. So thank you so much, guys, for all of your likes, comments, subscriptions. It makes such a difference to me. So let's try that. Oh, it's on an electronic release. Let me see if I can do it at the same time. Hold on. Press and hold. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's very heavy. It's a bit tatty in here. There's a bit of water leaking out, which is always nice. This is very tatty. Look at this. Oh dear. Might be able to get one of them bobble removers on there, like, you know, what you use on jumpers and stuff. This has clearly been out recently. No surprise there. I probably should have checked this before looking for spares and bits, shouldn't I? What have we got under here then? Tyre repair kit. That's always great. One of the rear tyres has a bit of a puncture, I think, so that makes sense. Some sort of belt, dated 2023, slightly concerning. A Maserati bag. What's under here then? I don't know what that is. Some sort of drain plug. And a toolkit, it's handy. Oh, how does that work then? Oh, I see, it goes in like that. Yeah, not a bad sized boot really. Fit a set of golf clubs in there, couldn't you, if you're that way inclined? I shall be probably using it for camera equipment and the such like, and mainly to access it to repair these rear lights. But yeah, it is just a little bit of a shame about the paintwork. Like, clearly even this has had quite a bad job done on it. Again, I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but all right, let's forget about that for the moment and let's head inside the car then. Now, it's got a electronic release on the doors. There's like a button behind it, which is pretty cool. Press that and it electronically opens, so it feels really high end. There's some rust bubbling on the side pillar there, but what's that's going to be expected, isn't it? So heading into the car, I actually quite like the spec of this. It's like a two-tone leather, so you've got this kind of like bluish grey, and then you've got like a sort of a really dark navy blue leather dash, and then like instead of the wood they've gone for this like piano black finish, which is really, really nice. It's not like a gloss black, like a plasticky black, it's like a woodish black, which I think really, really works actually. I'm not too bothered that there's no carbon in here. It's tatty though, it's very grubby, as you can see. There's like lots of grub on the doors, needs a proper detail. This chrome is starting to go a little bit as well, starting to sort of deteriorate, and all of the rubber stuff in here, not great. And it's missing this. I'll see if I can get Adam to 3D print me one of those maybe. But yeah, super cool actually. Just look at this. Oh yeah, and the trident on the seat there, super, super cool. And then on the side you can see we've got the controls, so we've got the heating and ventilation, which is a bit weird because it's on the seat, and that looks like maybe massage function on there. I've not tested that. Memory function, so it's all kind of a bit weird. I have to come down here for it, but loads of controls, as you can see. Again, everything's like gone sticky like chewing gum. It's got the original mats in there, which are a bit rotted, to be honest. Maserati sills, very nice. And then again, you can kind of see everything's gone a bit like chewing gum. This is super common for like early 2000s cars. They've just got this like rubber coating. But what I might be able to do is use some alcohol, some rubbing alcohol, to get that off, and underneath it might still be okay. I would imagine this is all kind of printed on because it's illuminated, so I should be able to get away with removing all of this gunk without actually destroying anything, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm actually so excited, to be honest. 12-year-old me is like jumping up and down. This is like something that I could only ever dream of having, and yes, it's a little bit tatty, but it's mine. And so in here, oh dear, fuses, and that's supposed to that's supposed to be screwed on, but clearly it's quite badly broken, isn't it? And then there's supposed to be a storage cubby in there. Oh no, oh no, I've caused a mischief. I'm not going to be able to shut that now, am I? Oh yeah, there we go, that'll do. Yeah, clearly someone's had that off. Probably because of the other main problem in this car, which is the infotainment screen doesn't work. So anyway, let's get inside and I'll show you a little bit more around it. So one thing you might notice is this window is open, and that's because this switch in the door for some reason has got a mind of its own. It just clicks constantly, and so when I'm driving along, the window's going up, down, up, down. Very Italian electronics on that side. But yeah, and as you can see, more gunk over here where it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's just not very nice, is it? Bose system though, so you've got a Bose stereo in here, which obviously doesn't work at the moment, brilliant. And Quattroporte on there, very cool. Let's press this. Is this an electronic release? Oh yeah, I can't do that without turning the ignition on. Where is my key? Right, so I'm going to turn the ignition on just for the sake of being able to show you a few bits. Electric steering wheel adjustment, very cool. It's got check control on there and the lovely Maserati dials. Refueling recommended, parking sensor failure, which obviously, as you can imagine, because of the fact that someone's decided to paint over them. But yeah, super cool 2000s Italian dials. That kind of blue kind of matches the car as well, which is really nice. Yeah, absolutely really, really cool. Terrible on fuel, truly terrible on fuel. I've managed a maximum of about 19 mpg, but you know, smiles per mile and all that. This is probably going to keep beeping at us, so let's just open the oh yeah, that's supposed to have that's supposed to have a soft close on it, isn't it? Okay, that clearly doesn't work very well. Yeah, nothing of note in there. Nice leather wrap though, you've got proper contrast stitching. It's padded actually, which is nice. And yeah, more sticky gunky stuff here. This is wrong obviously, but it's cool that you've got a physical clock there. And again, I love this two-tone interior. It just looks cool in my opinion, and I do like the ones that have like you can get like a tan and all that carbon fiber, but I do just like this spec. I think it suits the exterior colour so well. This is the latest ZF gearbox, so as you can see we've got a proper shifter here that does actually have a sequential mode, but I am going to get some paddles for this, I think, because there's buttons on the back of the wheel. See if you can, don't know if you can see it there, but there's actually buttons for it. And you just need to add it, they're plug and play. So if I can find a set, that'll be absolutely brilliant. I love the feel of this wheel as well with this kind of gloss finish. This is, oh, it's just popped out. This is mouldy, which is lovely. Lights work though, let's get that closed away. And this being the executive, it has this kind of Alcantara suede liner, which is nice. It's got some nice leather pull down grab handles as well. Sunroof, which is, I think it works. Yeah, oh yeah, tilt. Oh, cool. Let's get that open then. More sticky. Oh, these are so sticky. Oh, God. That is vile. I'm going to have to properly have a go of those. But yeah, also more grub. Yeah, it's just a little bit grubby. But I think it will clean up nicely with a proper detail. As I said, infotainment screen doesn't work. Sport button there, traction control, parking off. I assume that's the sensors. Maybe I'll see if I press that and it stops. Park off. Park off. Don't know what that means. Park on. No idea. Anyway, sunshade. Let's see if that works. Oh, yes. Oh, now we're cooking on gas, aren't we? Oh, yeah. So that's exclusive, I think, to the Executive GT. I don't think the other cars have that, which is pretty cool. I've got a tyre inflator down there because, like I said, one of the rears is broken. So yeah, this screen doesn't work. It could just be a fuse thing. It could be where it's had a low battery in the past. Could be the screen's knackered. It could be where someone's fitted one of these stupid parrot Bluetooth things and they've messed up the wiring. I'm going to look into that. But it's got a V8 in it, so I'm not bothered right now. Let's have a look in there. Cigarette lighter. This is all sticky and horrible. Cup holders. So these are exclusive to the later cars because this used to be the weird little toggle for the Duo Select. In here. Oh, what's this? I'm going to blank that top bit there. Hi, Dennis and Sandra. It's next Saturday, 9th of July, Rose and Crown, Old Romney, starting around 4 p.m. Look forward to seeing you both. RE party. Well, I hope. Cheers, Claire. I hope, Dennis and Sandra, you enjoyed the party. And I think you turned up in style in the Mazda, didn't you? Nice. Oh, that's interesting. There's a cup holder thing in here, and there's like something about maybe drinks ventilation. Maybe that's for like redirecting the aircon into the where the drinks go in here. Cans, maybe. It's like a little. Maybe it's like a fridge. Maybe it is a fridge. Have I got a fridge in the front? I don't really know. I don't know how. I mean, it doesn't feel like it works, whatever it is, but it's got a seal on it, so maybe it was a fridge. There is also a Maserati service book. I think this is a service book. Anyway, what we got in here? It's got the original person's name in it and their business name, actually. That's super interesting. I'm going to look up their business to see if they're still around, and I wonder if they'll be interested in seeing about their car. There is literally no service history in here. That's always super reassuring, isn't it? Oh, maybe it's at the back here. Oh, here we go. So 07 at a Maserati dealership by the looks of it. One in 09 Maserati Ferrari dealership. Maserati Ferrari, Highline Maserati, so 11, 13, 14, 16 at Maserati dealership, and that's it. So since 2016 it doesn't have any official stamps, which is obviously a little bit concerning, but it had a pretty well serviced life up until 84,000 miles at the very least. So that's good. Although it is on 114 now, so maybe it does need a proper service. But it's nice to see that it had full like main dealer or specialist service history for a long time. And on the MOT, I believe the only thing that it's showing at the moment is oh yeah, rear reflector not red because it's smashed. But it's quite interesting. This is actually MOT quite near where Adam is, quite where we're based, and this was not the most recent MOT. This is the previous one. So yeah, isn't that bizarre? Maybe that was after its accident. I don't know. Anyway, let's head into the back of the car. Oh, I like the fact it's got the Maserati door sills on the back. That's pretty. So someone's done a job of picking all this up, haven't they? They probably thought, oh, it's worth so much money. It's a bit late for that. Oh well. Oh yes. Tray tables with fart noises. Lovely stuff. Ventilation at the bottom of the seats. Original thing that says fasten seatbelt. Very cool. And yeah, oh, it does have Isofix as well, interestingly. But this is actually in really nice shape back here. There is a bit of a horrible tyre mark on there. Looks like a kind of a gunky mark, but the actual leather is in pretty good shape. Climate control back here, full climate control, Maserati badge. Again, how many Maserati badges can you fit in one vehicle? Absolutely not enough. It's fantastic. I love it. But yeah, tray tables, matching gloss black, super cool. And then you've got the full suite back here. You've also got a little cigarette tray down there, aircon controls for the rear. You've also got the sunshade controls and a lock and unlock button. So yeah, very cool. Also some ventilation on the sides there. Some very sticky, are these? Oh yes, your peasant blockers. Oh, good stuff. And this is a luxury feature that I think should be in every car. Look at this, you press up and the thigh support raises. Now that I absolutely love. I believe that something of this comfort level can have such a powerful Ferrari engine. And also, I've got a dealer thing here, 4495. I definitely didn't pay 4495. I can tell you that for nothing. There is actually, I've just noticed as well, I don't know if you can see it, there's a dent here next to the badge. It's a bit weird. Right, let's see if we can get this open. There's a super weird bonnet release. Is it on gas struts? Yes. Oh, look at that. So one of the most interesting things about this car is it is actually front mid-engined. So as you can see, the actual engine itself actually sits pretty much behind the front axle. Which makes it obviously a nightmare to work on. However, it makes the weight distribution a lot more balanced. It's not quite 50-50, but it's pretty close, and you can tell that in the handling. But it looks in pretty good shape under here. As I say, 4.2 litre Ferrari designed V8, really, really cool. And there is some easy access ports to some of your essentials, which obviously is a good thing. And you can kind of see the belts there and that kind of thing. So I don't know, probably not too horrendous in comparison to some cars to work on, but yeah, it just looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Look at how far back that engine is in comparison to this pointed nose. So yeah, I couldn't be happier, to be honest. This is definitely a tatty example, but 3.5 grand, I truly believe this is probably the cheapest running, you know, mechanically sound car, maybe in the world. Certainly in the UK. My friend in Poland has had a look, and they're extortionate money over there in comparison. In the US, the cheapest I found one that was crash damaged was about 4 grand. So yeah, it's, I think, actually truly phenomenal value what I've managed to achieve here, even though it is quite a tatty example. I've just noticed as well, actually, this is taped on. This keeps going ballistic, this mirror, so that might have something to do with that. It's like a little solar panel maybe, so I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, interesting. And also the door seals are going because it keeps getting wet inside. Although the sunroof is good, the sunroof seems to seal quite well. So yeah, not as horrendous as one might expect. And I'm certainly going to spend a lot of time over the coming months getting this ready for the summer, so that I can go out and have some fun. So let's do a sound check, shall we? Let's actually get in this thing and fire it up. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, let's fire this up. We're indoors, so passenger window's gone open straight away. Oh yeah, she's already up to temp, so okay, I'll be sensible now. Wow, what a noise from a stock exhaust. I'm not going to do a full first drive in this video. I'm going to save that for a different video, but I just wanted to get a tiny little bit of sound clip anyway. All right, the mirror has decided to go down again. Ooh. Oh, burbles from the exhaust there as well. Not even going fast, it's just got that tone to it, you know? Oh, yes. And again, that wasn't even up to the speed limit here, but it's just, that's the good thing about not having too much power is, you know, you don't end up in a situation where you can't use it all. Flip it back over into drive. Oh yeah. So far driving it mechanically, it seems pretty happy. The only thing that I am a little bit concerned about is that there's a bit of a front end knock from the suspension, or something up the front. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's not too happy. But again, it's not terrible. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart at any given moment, which is always reassuring. But yeah, definitely need to get it up on the ramp at Adams and just see what's going on. Take it down to AW Tuning in Sidcup, and we'll do some bits to it. I've got to source some rear lights for it as well, because that is just an unacceptable repair on such a pretty car, isn't it? And I'm sorry about the wind noise, but that window won't stay shut because of the electrical issue. But it does give me an excuse to really enjoy some of this sound. Oh no, we've got some steam. I'm going to go lightly on I'm darting around in traffic now. The temperature is still normal. I can see the heat rising from the bonnet, and I can see the fans are kicking in and stuff. Like, I can hear that, but it doesn't smell particularly hot, and nor have I seen any more steam or smoke. So it was only when it was under really extreme load it was doing that. So I'm wondering whether maybe we've just got a bit of a coolant issue perhaps, or something like that. Because I mean, it's a reasonably cold day out today. It's about 10 degrees, so it's not like icy or anything, but I wouldn't expect it to be getting too extremely hot. But bear in mind this car hasn't probably had a service in a while, so I need to really just get it up and have a good old look at it, don't I? Well, look, at 3.5 grand, I'm still extremely happy. It sounds amazing. Even cruising around town now, the gearbox is so super smooth. Well, look, luckily I don't have to daily drive this thing, because it would cost me an absolute fortune in fuel. And let's be honest, my Tesla is actually faster and easier to live with. So, this is just a bit of a passion project for me, and something to tick off the list, and I'm extremely happy that I have. So expect some more content on this very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. I've got tons of car reviews coming for you, and some other really cool stuff as well. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.